we do something called Thanksdio at Textio.
Okay, what's that?
So what it was every year was for you to do a hand turkey and decorate it in lots of different ways. And what's funny is like it's been leaves, it's been AI, it's been little kids, it's been, all different kinds of things. Cartoons.
Don't you remember you did that? We used to do the hand.
We always did it as
turkey.
kids. So we had it really like all the colors were feathers, just different things that we do, like called Thanksdio. This year it was based on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which we do that. People, when they come to Textio, like we also have like My Little Pony. And when you get used to something, like I was like, do we, in onboarding, I had to recheck onboarding. Do we explain the My Little Pony? Because I don't think we do. And people must think it's weird.
I'm sure they do.
Just to have a random My Little Pony just on this one slide of anniversaries is a My Little Pony. But it has to go with our theme and how we are. It's a particular My Little Pony. I'm not a brony, or I don't know a lot about My Little Pony. But
I don't know.
Explaining why
my girls watched it, but I've had them. I don't know. But you remind me though too. Like I think if you foster imagery, right? That because some people are visual connectors, like they need to see it in order to make the connection. You talked about Slack. At Humoriso, we use Teams, whatever you might use for your internal comms, like be thoughtful about what access looks like and how people can celebrate. Like there's a channel, and I know, there's a difference makers channel for us, right, in Teams. And so people will randomly just, shout out to someone because of feedback they've heard or what have you. but even like today we had 2 birthdays in the organization, and like you could just be happy birthday so-and-so, and everybody writes happy birthday so-and-so. But because of the platforms we have, like it's GIF-orama. Like everyone wants to find like the awesome one and it becomes a little more personalized and funny and engaging. And I think people for who, right, it's their birthday, feel a little bit more special. Like, thank you. Like that image makes total sense as to why you were thoughtful to find this one and tag me on it for my birthday. Like we underestimate even things like that. We're so used to now having that in our fingertips.
So used to that. I think one thing that happens to John and I now, both of us travel quite a bit, and we've been doing the show for a while now, and people will walk up to us and be like, I watch every episode and I'm so appreciative of the connection. And I feel like, I hope that we are an extension of your HR families, especially if you're working remote, that you just kind of work us into your schedules, but also be thoughtful right now, because even if you don't think someone knows, like me, I think me and John are always in full shock when someone comes and says they watch the show.
100%.
You do?
You do?
And a lot of times it's people that we've known for years.
That is, by the way, almost always the response from the two of us. You do?
We're like, why? We didn't know that you were one of our millions, even though we know there's millions of fans.
Millions of fans.
But take the time, especially right now. I have heard more stories of not going out for Thanksgiving this year. A lot of my friends that are pregnant refuse to travel just in case if there's other places to go. Things like that have come out, I will say, that have come out because of the election. I'm not giving anyone more power than they deserves, but sometimes situations like that, or just dealing with those of us that are Gen Xers, that we're the sandwich generation, we're taking care of our kids and our parents, understanding. Take the time when you can to be specific. And like, I know this isn't a plug, but we've been working on our feedback product for a long time. And the challenge is being specific about the feedback and to say, it means so much to me that you include me in conversations, that you always reach out, that you are there and understanding. And I'm always just appreciative of having my friends that are still my friends after they get to know me. Like,
there's only a few of us. So yes, it's why it's such a small number.
And getting smaller by the day.
Yes. Yeah.
I am like, I'm exhausted. I am like exhausted in trying to be a soothsayer, fortune
Right.
teller, and I'm
What
just like, I can't.
you can't.
I'm spending the rest of the year overly hyper focused on the people that mean the most to me and that I've built relationships with. I was like, I don't have a lot of extra time. The realness is like what Dion said, you give them your flowers not now. And so
Don't
I
wait.
don't have extra time
We
for
don't have the time. And I have to tell you, the other thing is, and this, I mean, I know this is funny, but I genuinely mean this. If I don't do it now, there's a good chance I won't remember. I mean, I'm just being honest. There's a good chance that I won't remember, not because it doesn't matter to me, not because I'm mean, but because my brain is aging. And
legit.
right?
I told Mr. Clayton, and I was like, we're gonna have this show forever. Everybody's gonna see us age because this stuff, I don't know. Nobody told us when it happens, how it happens. That's why, like, the other night was so funny with me and Todd in bed when we're like, literally, we're getting old. Like, there's nothing.
I just don't know. Like, and I still feel
it's a
like
surprise. It's a shocker.
it is a shocker because I'm for certain my brain is somewhere between 16 and 21 years old. That's
Right.
how I think of myself. I'm not
Right.
joking. That's how I think of myself.
Right.
But my physical brain, not the mental part of my brain, the physical brain is like, you ain't 21.
Listen, like, I don't know what part of my brain thought 30 degrees was a good idea this morning. And we were like, last week, Todd went to the doctor. Todd went to the doctor to get his hearing checked. You know, there's a time where you got to start doing that. He thought maybe I should go. And the doctor said, yes, you're losing your hearing. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Your ears are exactly right for a 50-year-old. And yes, you don't hear like you used to. So we're going through England. I'm trying to whisper things like, hey, look at that guy in that hat over there. And he's like, what?
What?
I'm like,
why is that
guy
word
in the hat? I was like, listen.
That word is used so much now. What?
I said, you know what? I don't care what the doctor said. I'm getting you a miracle ear because I got to tell secrets. And I whisper loud.
I won't comment other than to say, yes.
You can't comment. It's because I'm trying to talk to your deaf ass that can't hear me. So don't try to. You can't hear me anyway.
And people who are like, read my lips. I'm like, nope.
People across the grocery store can hear me. But John, huh?
But she does this. She'll still put the hand up like she's whispering. What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. So loud, but the hand is up, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm really polite. John, I don't want anybody to know.
Look at what Katie is wearing.
That pink. Oh my gosh.
Tell her that the outfit doesn't look good, John. You tell her. That's what the secret is. You tell her.
But
no, I'm not telling her.
Like, you get to a point, literally, my best friend in college, David, comes for us for Thanksgiving. And it's like, you realize, and those of you who are not quite 50 yet, you realize the people that are in your life are going to be in your life forever.
That's it. There's nowhere else to go now.
No, there isn't. And there's no one else will keep us. We've narrowed it down to this circle.
And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I want to make sure we say that.
Understand that you appreciate every day. Every day.
And this is why I love Sean's comment as well. This is why I'm a huge believer that it's much more about the little things than it is just the one big thing. We do this one big, I worked in distribution and manufacturing. We're going to one 2-hour spot once a year. We stop manufacturing and distributing and have everybody come into one part of the warehouse where we feed them cold turkey and clumpy stuffing, and we tell them
Right.
we appreciate you.
Right.
And you have exactly 2 hours to enjoy this
That's right.
appreciation before you have to get back on the line. And that is all
And no,
that we
we don't
do for
have
the whole year.
gluten-free rolls. Sorry, we forgot about your lactose intolerance, and there's
Yeah.
no vegan options because
There's not zero vegan option. Yeah. Yeah. Or I have someone say it's a turducken, and I'm like, that's not vegan. That's 3 kinds of meat. What are you saying?
Right. Right. I don't know. Like, this was the hardest thing when I first started talking to people and analyzing programs and asking them about their time off policies. A lot of people were like, oh, we have unlimited time off, and then we celebrate all the normal holidays. And then I look and I'm like, these are American Judeo-Christian events. They're either American or they're Christian.
They don't take the extra time off.
Do you reckon? And nobody takes the extra time
and nobody takes the extra time off.
So we at Textio, in order to show gratefulness, this is a big deal, is we have shared days off that sometimes fall at the same time as other holidays, but the entire company is asked to take off so that nobody's calling anybody while they're in Cancun with their family. Everyone takes off, and it is just called a shared day off. Whatever you want to do with it. If you're gonna have Thanksgiving, great. If you're not, fine. But you're not going to work.
If your organization cannot do that, and I want, like, let's be thoughtful in the sense of how broad our millions of fans are, the kinds of organizations they might be a part of. If your organization cannot do what Jackie just described, okay, you can at least try to lobby for floating holiday. Just lobby for something where it's like, if you want to use a day or two for any of these other events or holidays or whatever, then use it. So one of the things, we have a floating holiday as an example, and 2 Mondays ago, the 11th was Veterans Day. That was the last opportunity for like a holiday that you could use a floating holiday for, to be specific, because people can use it for their birthday or whatever. But and so I sent out a note reminding people, like, if you've not used your floating holiday for some things, like, please take Monday off. And I had someone message me and say, why are you encouraging people to take time off? Like, that's not mad at me, but like, that's great. I've never worked at a place where someone is saying, take the time. And I'm like, well, yeah, we want you to. I want you to be thoughtful about your own recovery and rest and need to celebrate, because whatever it might be.
They don't encourage it. Take it anyway. If it's something that's within your benefits, it's on purpose, because you're not going to get those back. No. And you have the time to do it. By the way, I love that Mary is sipping from their butt first coffee mug. Did you look into where my mug is? Did you?
Oh, no. Well, Jamie, if you're listening,
Jamie's not even here today.
Is he not here?
Our real producer.
Ooh, he'll watch this after the fact. We're talking about you, Jamie.
But I'm so glad that you got your mug.
Mary Williams, which, speaking of appreciation,
one
of the delights of the universe is Mary Williams. And so, honestly, if you don't know Mary, please stalk her on LinkedIn and connect with her. When you send her a connection request, identify it as because of Butt First Coffee. This way she doesn't think you're some sort of weirdo creep. Like, just be kind. But Mary Williams, just a ray of sunshine. Love.
I was looking to put our mugs on there. I don't see it. We'll have to come up with a new.
I don't know. Ooh, I just heard your computer though belch. What was that? You? That was
it had a little gas. Listen,
I had broccoli cheese soup. That's what happened.
Todd said I could either have buttered chicken soup, which we got from our local HEB. It's delicious.
Buttered chicken soup?
Buttered chicken, like the Indian dish, not buttered chicken.
I was like,
no.
I'm pretty
It was
sure that's not good for you.
no, but it was like when I get really tired, I don't feel like eating. Like I don't want to eat something that I have to like physically. So it was like,
Hold. So he feeds you though, right?
yeah, and grapes
Grapes.
and fans me with big palm
Yes.
fronds.
And holds the teaspoon between his toes as he feeds you. Yes.
But
Brewing,
I want to.
brewing.
We tease, but we're so grateful for all of our millions of fans. I still don't know how anyone,
Well, oh, so, gosh, this moves so quickly.
I know.
Next Thursday, we obviously will not be live. Sorry, it is Thanksgiving, so we will be with our families or those that